name is Luigi Sementilli. I'm Fabio Sementilli's son from his first marriage. One day, Zarathustra had fallen asleep under a fig tree, owing to the heat, with his arms over his face. And there came an adder, and it bit him in the neck, so that Zarathustra screamed with pain. When he had taken his arm from his face, he looked at the serpent, and then did it recognize the eyes of Zarathustra, wriggled awkwardly, and tried to get away. "Not at all," said Zarathustra, "as thou hast not yet received my thanks. Thou hast awakened me in time. My journey is yet long." "Thy journey is short," said the adder sadly. "My poison is fatal." But Zarathustra smiled and said, "When did ever a dragon die of a serpent's poison? Take thy poison back. Thou art not rich enough to present it to me." Then fell the adder again on his neck and licked his wound. I wish I could embody this Nietzschean virtue. I always thought that when this moment came, I'd have a holster full of the nastiest, most vengeful and vitriolic words I could possibly muster to do my part in speaking truth to power and righteousness to evil. But that's not what I'm going to do here today. I have no poison to give back to the adder. Because I've come to believe that you become what you behold. And if I hold on to cruel, hateful, and vindictive thoughts, then I too will become a cruel, hateful, and vindictive person. And I refuse to be made worse from this experience. Instead, through my own alchemy, I transmute the poison into a life-affirming vital essence to become a better and more resilient version of myself. That is my metamorphosis. I will now recite one more reading from a work of fiction, and that will conclude my statement. By rights, we shouldn't even be here, but we are. It's like in the great stories, the ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were, and sometimes you didn't want to know the end, because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing, this shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come, and when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer. Those were the stories that stayed with you, that meant something, even if you were too small to understand why. But I think I do understand. I know now. Folks in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, but they didn't. They kept going. Because they were holding on to something. What are we holding on to? That there's some good in this world, and it's worth fighting for. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sementilli.
Morning, Judge Cohen. I'm on here on behalf of my wife, Vanessa Rondelli, which is Morella's daughter and the niece of the defendant. So, my name is Vanessa Rondelli. I'm Morella Sementilli's daughter and Fabio's niece and goddaughter. I am also a mom, a wife, a physician, and I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for my Uncle Fabio. The impact that this murder and trial has on our family is beyond words. Luckily, the impact that my Uncle Fabio has on our family is much more profound and meaningful. Each of us are headstrong and moving forward because that's who he was and that's how he encouraged us to be. We all have powerful memories of him and our family, together and individually, that we won't let go of. Fabio knew so many people and somehow made each person feel important, worthy, and seen. His presence was also magnificent, and even though he's gone, his name and legacy magnificently echo through our homes and in our salons. No one was able to learn who he was as a person during the trial, but the opportunity that we have today to bring this to light will hopefully let us know how much we loved him. Monica was the only person in this trial who truly know how much he was loved. This was not a crime of passion, self-defense, or planned in haste. This was a planned murder of a man, a father, an uncle, a brother, a son, a mentor, and a friend. To see her fake expressions and lack of remorse for this wicked crime is heartbreaking. What a shame that she didn't believe the incredible team at the LAPD would have ever pieced this together in her pathetic master plan. She came to my medical school graduation just a few days before she was arrested on behalf of my uncle. She wickedly deceived us for 6 months after the murder, speaking on behalf of him, representing him at all of our meaningful occasions. Our celebrations of life are poisoned with her presence. Watching her shake her head in disbelief and fake sad faces make me want to vomit. She knows what she did. She deserves to spend the rest of her life regretting it. Judge Cohen, I trust that you consider how much Fabio's loss has negatively impacted her family, not only because he was an incredible person, but because of how heinous this murder was, and the incredible damage Monica has done to our family and her own. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Isabelle Pachillo. I'm married to Daniel Pachillo, one of Fabio Sementilli's nephews. I've never had the chance to meet Fabio. Over the years, I've heard countless stories about him, stories that painted the picture of a kind, generous, and remarkable man. But that's all I'll ever have, other people's memories and stories. I'll never get a chance to know him myself. That opportunity was stolen from me by Monica. Because of her, I've had to watch my husband and his incredible family relive a trauma so deep, so devastating that the wounds it left will never fully heal. Because of her, my first year of marriage was not filled with the typical joys, celebrating new beginnings and building a life together. Instead, every happy moment was shadowed by grief. Every celebration came with a painful reminder of what was lost. The hardest part has been watching my best friend, my husband, struggle. I've seen him consumed by sadness, anger, and depression. I've sat beside him feeling helpless, knowing there was little I can do other than just be there and hold space for his pain. Monica, you've caused me sleepless nights, stress, constant worry, not just for Daniel, but his entire family. During the trial, I sat in this courtroom for days, followed along when I couldn't be here in person. The evidence presented was overwhelming. It revealed the cold, calculated nature of who she really is. I'm grateful the jury saw the truth and delivered the only just verdict, which is guilty. Monica deserves to be exactly where she is today, in that ugly jumpsuit. In fact, I believe she deserves worse for orchestrating this horrific murder and destroying not only her own life, but the lives of so many others who must now grow up knowing who she is. Monica's sentencing doesn't undo the pain, but it sets us on the right path to begin healing. Thank you, Your Honor.